Okay, y'all. So these latest episodes of Big Brother. So let's talk about it. I don't know why these fucking eyelashes is fluttering all over the place, but okay, we can get with it. But anyway, um, so this episode of Big Brother or whatever the case may be. So now they are trying to turn on Drew or whatever. So basically, Drew is supposed to be the target, even though he think that he's the pawn. Okay, so um, they have the power of veto meeting or whatever the case may be. Now, I mean, not the power of veto meeting, but they do the power of veto. So, like I said, at the power of veto, Taylor had won the power of veto. Okay, in that one, and she took herself off the block. So because she had took herself off the block, they had to end up putting Lyric on the block in her place because who else was they gonna put up or whatever. So they put Lyric on the block in her place. Now Angela and Dee is basically trying to like get the vote flipped or whatever. So Drew is basically the target. He's always been the target, even though all them other people was on there or whatever. Drew always been the target, but um, now they're trying to get the whole house to flip because they feel like if they keep Drew in the house, then it's going to be better for them to keep Drew in the house or whatever. So they have the what's the other one after the power veto. After the veto, they have the so now they about to have the BB blockbuster or whatever. So Mallory and Drew Mallory and who else was up there with her? Lyric is all doing the BB blockbuster or whatever. So when it's time for them to do the votes for the BB blockbuster, they got to play this game where they got to put up like little puzzles or whatever. They got to match up puzzles and stuff for this new Paw Patrol movie that they advertising that's coming out for the kids. So the puzzle was like a Paw Patrol puzzle or whatever. So it looked like Mallory was going to win it or whatever, but then she couldn't get her piece in there, and Drew ended up winning the BB Blockbuster. So then when they all went back, they let them all know who won the BB Blockbuster, and it was Drew. So now Drew was on the block. So even though Drew was a pawn, he already thought he was safe. He didn't even know he was going to get backdoored or whatever because he had won. So now, since Drew was out of there, the second choice was Mallory, right? So basically, they're trying to keep Mallory and Drew together. So the house basically was already in an alliance of like who they was gonna pick before out of who based off of what the BB Blockbuster said or whatever. And they was gonna flip the vote. Um, now the HOH, she thought that everybody was gonna vote. She want Mallory out. Now that is Lyric and Mallory on the block because she said if we can't get Drew, we got it for Mallory. That was pretty much her game plan all along. Once Taylor had won the BB Blockbuster, but like I said, they been in the house talking about saving Drew. Okay, so now they all go put their votes in. Only one person, I think, like a couple people has flipped that vote. A lot of people flipped their votes pretty much. So now when the votes come back, um, Lyric is out and Mallory stays. And the HOH, she was like shocked because she was like, how did this happen? Like Lyric was supposed to stay, and Mallory was supposed to have been out. Like she don't really want Mallory there, even though she low key hating on fucking Lyric. Like something's wrong with her. She crazy. So, but she was like, she wanted all the votes to go the way that she wanted to go, and I think the only people that had voted for Lyric to stay was Chuck, Kamu, and then there was another guy or whatever who voted for Lyric. Everybody else voted her ass out for real, which is kind of sad. But she wasn't like a strong player anyway. Like she was only good at that one comp because her family played that all the time. So they try to make it seem like she win comps all the time. Like no, she just won that comp because that's something that they do at home. Like she was good at it for real. So so Lyric goes out or whatever, and she talked to Julie, and basically, she found out all the people who was in alliance together, and the people who have voted her out and the people that voted for her and stuff. But she said that she don't really have no hard feelings or whatever for whatever's going on or whatever the case may be. And everything is everything or whatever. And she said that she was gonna get married to Rome and her dad was gonna sing at the wedding, and she was just happy because she ready to go back to her family, like she missed them and stuff like that. So then the next episode is this is the Big Brother, when they be talking to all the other Big Brother people who was on the show, like Derek and all them, and Taylor, who was on Survivor and all that. And they go and, they talking about, like, what's going on in the house and stuff. So, basically, they basically picked, like, that pick. So, like, who they think is the BB badass. And they picked Taylor, which I like because I really like Taylor. And then they said the BB dumbass. The BB dumbass, that's fucking the HOH girl that I don't like, that's hating on everybody and shit in the house. Haley. Hating ass Haley and shit up in the house. So they showing clips of like what was going on in the house and behind the scenes and everything, and stuff like that. And basically they clocking Haley like Angela was clocking Haley, like, talk about, because she like Kamu or whatever. And she was like, why you don't go tell him that you like him? And this and third, blah, blah, blah. And Haley trying to bait Haley into saying, like, oh, yeah, I like Kamu or whatever. Like, they all know that she got a thing for that boy, but she acting like she don't like it. But she trying to block, like, everybody he was dealing with. That's the reason why she was blocking it when Haley was trying to say that she wanted, look at these eyebrows fluttering. I'm trying to keep it at one level. That's why she was, like, blocking it when Kamu wanted Lyric to join the team or whatever. She was like, why she gotta join, yada, 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 whatever the case may be. So, they also showed Rick Devens' family, okay? And it's so funny, yo. His daughter is funny as shit. So, they said watch him on Big Brother or whatever. They said it's, like, different from when he was on Big Brother to Survivor or whatever. But his little daughter, she was like, well, he gonna bring home that money. Like, she wasn't playing. And then they said they be doing skits at the Big Brother around the house or whatever. And she did a skit about Angela being an egg. And then she did one banging on the pots and pans and shit or whatever. So they had brought out the one that was on RuPaul's Drag Race. He came out there and he was talking or whatever. And he said he didn't know, like, all that stuff was going on in the house and everything like that. And he said he wished he could have, like, played his game better or whatever the case may be when he was in the house and stuff like that. But overall, he said he don't got, like, no no bad feelings about it or whatever. And he was like, it just felt so good for America to, like, really like him and stuff. And nobody in the house was taking up for him and everything like that. And I agree, because they didn't take up for him at that tea party. Because I'm like, first of all, Jason, I think his name is Jason anyway. But I'm just like, it's just petty because, like, you blowing up somebody's game. All of y'all got a game, but he don't really got a game. He's not even really aligned with anybody. Like, he's by himself trying to find his footing. So that was just, like, real petty for real, in my opinion. And so, yeah. But, who else they talked to? Oh, so then they announced who was going to get the, the power for this week, or who had a chance to go into the chamber to get a power or punishment, and it's Mallory. So America had voted for Mallory, so I can't wait to see when she goes in there and get this power. And then they also started the HOH competition, which is the wall endurance competition or whatever. And then they showed Angela falling as the first one falling. So yeah, that was pretty much everything that wrapped up in these 2 episodes. So yeah, they basically backdoored fucking Haley's plan to get Mallory out and Drew, because they both still in the house. And yeah, Mallory is about to get a power. Hopefully it's a power and not a punishment. And they started the HOH competition, and Angela is the first one down. So that's all the important details that's going on. And they had like a lot of little funny stuff that was going on there. They talked about the live feeds going off every so seconds. I know people be complaining about that shit. And he had this little button and had everybody pressing it. It was like, press this button, press this button. He was like, you see how good it feels to press this button? That's why the live feeds be going off so much. But yeah, tell me what y'all thought about these episodes of Big Brother, and tell me what y'all think about what they doing in the games, and I'll see y'all in the next one.